me, your girl Al, one half of your Sunday special. It is outside this week. She's last week. That was a mess. We keep it moving. We tried, but things were not on our side to get the slam dunk collision shows out last week. Sorry about that. We missed you. I missed you. I'm glad you're here. Put in the comments. I'm gonna need some support today. Okay, it's just me. You're stuck with me. Sorry, but let's get into it. Collision. Oh my god, what a show! What I can't even look. We were complaining the last time we were here that it was fine, it was meh, but you know what? Things are rolling. Things are getting good. I think this Owen Hart tournament. Mm, we are on the way to All In. I mean, we have Dynasty next week, but still, things are moving, things are shaking. Let's just go right into it. We open Collision with our champion, Toni Storm, looking great in her Rosie the Riveter fit. She opens the show, she calls out Megan. Um, Megan doesn't show, of course. She says, Megan's probably too busy crushing watermelons, eating babies, doing whatever she's doing. Um, and she says last Wednesday she lost. She was flat on her back, like Megan bought her a steak dinner. I can't with her. Um, she says she went over the scene in her head in her hotel, words are hard, and she replayed it over and over. She laid in the dark. She thought about it. She went over the entire scene. Toni Storm is a mess, a menace, and I love that. I love her so much because this promo was insane, as usual for Toni. Um, she says, "This is all Toni's quote. I'm writing this. I wrote this quotations. Okay, she woke up. She took a piss, stubbed her toe, and hit her head on the sink, ma'am. But when she came to, she remembered who she is, and that's Toni Storm, the champion. Exactly who she is. The way this was shot, the way she stepped into the lighting, bravo. The other weeks, the camera work has been weird. This week, on point, okay? Toni steps into this lighting. She's hitting this promo. She's saying that she was going to rip Megan's tits off over the ropes. This is perfect. We get this perfect shot of her. Bam! Penelope kicks her in the head. Just whoever thought of this, bravo. You're doing amazing, sweetie, because that was perfect. I can't get over that shot. That was crazy. Uh, Penelope attacks her. Then we see Megan, of course, who, much like Pac, is just always in gear, I guess. Sure. I don't know. Um, she looks great, but you know what I mean. But they attack her. They leave her laying. Megan holds the title. Headed next week. I'm still not fully convinced about Megan, and I wish Mika was here because we have lots of thoughts about last week's promo. A lot. Because, hello, Toni? Toni, you owe my girl lots of money. Okay. That promo, it's a little too on the nose, a little too what Mika said the other week. Um, it's not just coincidence. That was crazy work. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I love that we have a goal for her. But sir, I know you're watching. I know you're in here. But am I still convinced on this Megan thing? Do I still think it's too soon? Yes. Toni is carrying this. It's working because of Toni. I want to know what Penelope and Megan's deal is. Why are we friends? Because that just seems like a pair. Like, hey, we hate the same people. I don't really know because wouldn't Penelope? I need to figure out a reason that they're friends besides the Joey Janela connection. I don't know, and that's not even a knock. It's just life. Um, but yeah, that was an insane way to open the show. Insane. Um, we get Death Riders backstage. Claudio talks about his match against Adam Copeland before Dynamite. They're gonna have a 6-man. Mox says he's only feared 3 people: his wife, including Renee. Until he met Marina. Marina says Willow, but you're not gonna keep smiling when she rips her liver, I believe, and shoves it down her throat. Um, sure, okay. I don't know. It happened. And then our first match of the night, White, really good. I don't like when I have to compliment Jay White. You guys know this. I have not. I'm Jay White hater. That was a great match. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. He's just, we got irrational beef, me and Jay. Um, so good. Kevin Knight showed out. Like, if people haven't seen him, people don't know what's going on. This was his like moment. Um, Killed it. Absolutely killed it. This was, I don't know how to explain this. Just felt like a Collision match. This just felt like this is what I see on my Collision. Um, I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. Jay let Kevin have so much like spotlight, and the crowd was into it. You know, loved it. This was perfect, like I said, for opening the match. Jay looked great. He's been kind of in the background, just chilling with this Death Rider stuff, but not in it. He's finally needing something to do. Like, I think he has something he can sink his teeth into. Um, yeah, this was how you start a show. Of course, Jay wins, but commentary did mention Kevin is all elite. After Jay wins, he gets on the mic. He says it to the crowd that, you're all elite. They kind of went up the same way in New Japan, Young Boys, all of that. He gives him his props. But then Jay says, it's back. We're back in the Switchblade era. He's going to be in the Owen Classic, Owen Tournament. There's too many names for that. But he needs to be there. He needs to have that title. He needs to be at All In. All In is taking shape. Like I said, I know Dynasty is next week, but All In is taking shape. And I'm going to have to get my ticket soon because apparently, like, it's getting crazy. Hey, Randy, what's up? You're stuck with me. Mika's out, so thanks for hanging out. But yes, that was our opening. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready to get into what we have been wanting for the better part of a year now, 2 years, whatever, since this has happened? Mercedes Moné is in action. We heard it was going to be announced. She's going to get her match on Collision. Her first match on Collision, actually. Commentary mentioned that. Against we haven't seen her in a minute. Robin, you know, Mercedes beat Robin, obviously. Robin tried. We love the Renegades. Nice to see her back on my TV. But it's Mercedes. As much as I give her, say a lot of stuff about Mercedes, she's still Mercedes. Mercedes wins, of course. Tony gets in the ring, have a little interview. Mercedes declares for the Owen. Everyone's just out here declaring today. Cool, love that. So, like, what do we do? She announces that Tony says, "Oh, cool. Billy that you beat a couple weeks ago, she's also in the Owen Hart." And she's like, "I don't care. I don't. No one cares about Billy. She's a kid. But she doesn't have the heart like Robin." She gives Robin props. To say, who trained Billy? Because they must suck at pro wrestling. Mm. Oh, oh. And what happens? What happens? What do we hear? Our forever champion, the best champion, Athena shows up. Finally, it's happening. It's happening. I need the GIF. Mercedes, Athena. Finally, we're getting it. They just brought. There were no words. They just get a little stare down. Athena kicks her out. Loved it. We've been waiting for so long, and it's finally happening. It's finally here. We knew it was coming. Billy clearly was like the catalyst for this. Like, we knew this, but The trigger has been pulled. I'm ready. Everyone's ready. And I've seen this complaint again, and we're gonna have to talk about it again. People are like, "Oh, why was this on Collision?" It's not separate shows. Like they're two shows, but it's one thing. They're gonna be equal. They're not one's not less than the other. You have to watch Collision to see what happens on Dynamite. They work together in tandem. Because what happens if you hear a Collision's coming and you're like, I don't want to go. I'm not going to see anything good. You're going to see Athena versus Mercedes. You're going to get a good show. Tony wants everyone to have a good show. He wants everyone to have it on par. Sorry, I'm just going on a rant. But this is why. This is so excited. So good. Well, this is not the last we're going to see of Athena. The women. This was I should have retitled the show, but this was such a good night for the women. The men were there too, but the women showed up, showed out. AEW. I'm so proud of you. I love it. Um, but Robin tries to save Mercedes. She gets a little help. She picks her up. Mercedes pushes her in the way of the O face. She takes it. I like possibly the Renegades and Mercedes because that's cute. I mean, we see Diamante as the newest minion. Maybe there's that issue. Billy's there because some six women's with them. Please, please, give me that. Give me that. I would like to see that. But I think that would be a really cool fit. The Renegades already have that kind of chip on their shoulder, that attitude, and with Mercedes, please, like over. After that, after we're on a high from that, Queen Amanada's backstage with Lexi. She announces she's injured. She can't fight Jamie tonight in the main event. But Billy's gonna step in. We're gonna get Julia, reading Jamie versus Billy in the main event, and then out comes Serena with her like cheap binder. Um, she blames Queen Amanada's injury on her not listening to her last week. Uh, no, no one wants. No one cares what you have to say in your cheap 99-cent store binder. Like, no, I don't care. Um, and Queen Amada says, I'm still good. I'm still, I don't need it. But Serena gives her the binder and says, hey, you're injured. You're going to have a couple weeks. You should read this. Please. No. She doesn't need you. You need her to stay relevant because you're boring and. Ew. Um, but yeah. That's what happened. I don't, I don't know what's happening there. Moving on. Top Flight versus Big Bill. Brian Keith. This was fun. This was so fun. You guys know, certified, certified big Bill hater. Okay, boo, boo that man, boo. That was a great match. Okay, they looked great. Top Flight killed it with them. Like this was so fun. I mean, I knew Top Flight were gonna win. I would love Top Flight to be in the title picture, but they got issues over there with the crew, so I get it. We're going with Big Bill and Brian for the tag titles. That's a beefy boy match, sure. We were supposed to get the Brian Cage and Lance Archer, which, sure. But Brian Cage is injured, so we don't wish injuries on people, so we hope he's doing well. But we're getting Bill, and I'm just here for Brian Keith. Brian Keith getting a title opportunity, 10 out of 10. But after the match, after Bill and Brian win, the crew try to sneak up on them on Top Flight, but AR Fox shows up because now we're friends again. I mean, they've been friends. We're back together. They were in trios action last week, so sure, sure. Kind of random, I get it, but it feels weird. They're back together. He scares them off. The crew leaves. Sure. Jamie is backstage with Lexi. Lexi asks her how does it feel to be back after so long, Um, and in the main event, she says she's excited to be in the ring with a young whippersnapper, Billy Starks. She respects Billy, but she's not going to take her lightly. Just because she respects her doesn't mean she's not going to hit her hard. Um, and she also announces herself for the Owen Hart tournament. Stacked. This is how I can't even. I don't remember everyone in every tournament, but like we are already in a stacked women's Owen Hart tournament. Like the men's, yes, also like this year is crazy. Like the names that are in this, and we're gonna get the brackets this Wednesday. Insane, insane. Anyone could win, which is cool because you don't want it to look like obvious. I love it. It's so good. This does. It's always felt important, but I think this year really, really feels important. Men's and women's. Next, Adam Cole, Danny Garcia have a face off ahead of their Dynasty match for the TNT title. Um, Adam says they need to finish this fight. Daniel's like, we've been going at this for 2 months. It's been a pleasure, but we need to wrap this up. I need to beat you. I need I need this to end. I need to beat you. Not a time limit, not anything like that. Um, Daddy Magic says, hey, like you're the champ. You don't have to prove anything to him. But Daniel's like, I want to. I want to take on this match. I want to have this third and prove, he wants to prove to himself that he could beat Adam Cole. Um, Roderick gets on the mic and says he's good, but he's no Adam Cole. Adam Cole's the best wrestler. They get little words, him and Daddy Magic, because Daddy Magic, you're not going to disrespect his boy. No. Daniel's like, enough. Next week, Dynasty. No one's going to be around. No interference. Just him. Just Adam. They're going to figure out who's the winner, who's the best, and it's going to be him. As it should. I don't. I love Adam Cole, baby. I love, love, love. And we'll get into it next week when we do predictions, but I think Daniel needs to win this. I think this is a good feud he's sunk his teeth into instead of just having these matches. He's been doing great killing it, but this is like a feud that has had multiple matches. The story, they want to be the best. But I also understand if they wanted Adam to win because Adam's back. Adam's trying to figure out who he is again, what's going on. He's been kind of just about in AEW since he came back. He's just there. He's just showing up. But I don't want Daniel to lose it. I think we're finally seeing him more consistently. He's getting, like I said, this is more like something he can sink his teeth into with a story, a feud. He hasn't had like a good, strong feud with it. Matches are great, but he needs to have something strong. So I hope he still wins next week, but we'll see. Athena and Billy are backstage. Athena does her best Mercedes impersonation. She's like, "Is that how you do it?" Billy's like, "Yeah," and they both agree that's really annoying. Uh, she says to keep her and her minion's name out of her mouth. And Athena enters the Owen Hart. Again, stacked. Your TBS champion, your Ring of Honor champion are in there, former champions. It's crazy. It's crazy. This could just be one show. Tony, I'm just saying. Um, Athena mentions that Billy has a main event match tonight. Again, I love this. I love we're hyping up the show. We're hyping up the women. It's just consistent throughout the whole show is, hey, this is our main event. They're really good. Everyone else is hyping them up too. Um, she mentions her match. Billy's like, I'm ready. I'm gonna make you proud. Athena's like, okay, you'll find a way to disappoint me. Because, Athena does verbally abuse her minion. It's fine. It's fine. Billy has accepted her fate. We'll figure it out. One day she's gonna see the light. Okay, we'll see. This tournament. But she says she's gonna be watching very closely. No. Oh look, just okay, ma'am, you need to go. um, sorry. Um, she has lots of feelings about Dax versus Wheeler. It happened. It was fine. I just, I don't care about these two. They went at it. They was really hard hitting. Wheeler took the turnbuckle off. It, I just don't care. So I was just like, okay, cool, yay, but that's fine. They wrestled really hard. Wheeler yelling, "I got 5 minutes." It really got me. I have till 5. Like, I'm mad that it made me laugh. Um, Wheeler wins because he's a cheat. Okay, he cheated. He's a little snake. He's a little sneaky snake. Um, he rolls Dax up 1, 2, 3. Dax is mad. Dax is big mad, and sorry, Dax is big mad. He's going after the ref. Um, Wheeler leaves the ring, and there's Claudio. Claudio's waiting for him. Wheeler goes in for a hug. He's like a big hug, like, "Are you proud of me?" And Claudio just goes, side hug. Therapy. Wheeler needs therapy, okay? He just wants to be loved, and like, you're not getting that in the Death Riders, sir. Like, you're not. Like, they don't love you, sir. Like, they're using you, and one day you're gonna figure it out, and maybe you'll figure it out when you cut your hair. I don't know, but that got me. But Dax again, big man. He's pushing the ref. The ref's like, bruh, security has to come out to pull this man off of the ref because he's insane. Okay, he's not well. They're pulling him off. Cash finally comes out because where have you been, sir? Hello. He pulls security off. He grabs Dax. Dax pushes him. And he's sitting there on the floor looking up at him like the fuck. And then Dax is like, "Oh, my bad." He like stares at him for a minute. Then he extends his hand like, "Oh, my bad, bro." And Cash is like, "No." He slaps his hand away and he walks away. Dax is gonna cost them the trios titles next week because I don't know what he's on. I don't know why he's big mad at everybody. Um, Therapy again. Therapy would help these men. Wheeler, time off, a nap, vacation, something, because you don't always need to be doing stuff, Dax. Maybe that's why you're so bad. I don't know, but that's your friend. Like, I just no, the drama. Um, the crew are backstage with Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian and Mama Wayne. Uh, the crew asked Nick, "Hey, what's up with your boy? Like, AR Fox, like, what are we doing?" And he's like, "That's not my boy. I don't care about him. We're not friends anymore. Why are you coming to me?" Um, and they're like, "Well, like, you know him best." And he's like, I don't mess with him. You're asking me, oh, because you need my help." And they couldn't get the job done, so that's why they're basically begging for his help. Um, and then Kip's like, "Well, let's hear him out." And then Leo says, "There's 3 of them. There's 2 of the crew. Maybe when maybe when there's time, when the right time comes, nobody knows Nick or AR better than Nick." Interesting friendship, I guess. Sure. I Cool, maybe. Uh Hologram, Blake Christian. Like I said with Jay White and Kevin Knight, that felt like a collision match. This was collision. This was peak collision. This was just wrestling for wrestling. Um Hologram, Vanilla Baby, Blake Christian. I love all these like new faces. I'm gonna say new. They're not new, but we're bringing them from Ring of Honor. We're introducing the mix. We gave them big spotlights. Blake versus Kenny on Wednesday. Now he's back in. It didn't forget him. They put him on Collisions. Like, hey, he's actually. We wanted to do something with him. Um, this was so good, so fun. Hologram wins, of course. Then we see my girls, Thunder Rosa, Chris Statlander backstage. Lexi says they are both entered in the Owen Hart tournament again. Stacked. This is, what else can I say about it? Thunder Rosa's like, "I never lost that title. I'm here to remind you guys, I never lost this title. So I'm going to enter the Owen. If I have to scratch, crawl, whatever, to win that, to get the title back. And Chris is like, well, yeah, but unless you have to face me, because then all bets are off. I like it. I'm into it. I would like to see these two. We did it, guys. We made it to the main event. I know I said this really quickly, but whatever. This was so good. So proud of these girls. Billy, Jamie Hayter, main event. They looked great. This match was insane. Billy is so good at just flopping around and looking like she's dead. Like, ma'am. Um, it's crazy that this is the main event. That Tony was like, you guys are good. We got it. Because I feel like a year ago, 2 years ago, the main event would have been Dax and Wheeler. And we would have been like, okay, sure. Hey, Bobby, you came right at the end. We're talking about the main event already. It's kind of quick, but it's just me hanging out. Um, but this whole show was women focused from beginning to end, literally. And everyone was kind of weaved into this main event, hyping them up. The way they're presenting Jamie back into this literal main event position. Loved it. She looked good. I think this was nice to have her little break because she kind of was just floating around before she had to leave. She's come back. There's a focus for her. There's a focus on her. Into it. I'm good, Bobby. We're just talking about Collision and how good it was and all the women, and I hope you've been doing well. We missed last week. We missed hanging out with you, but we got you. um, but yeah, I'm just so proud. And to put Billy in this main event, to trust them, to trust that people would care. This is big for AEW. This is what we've wanted. We wanted the women to just show out, to be in there, to be doing it. And it's like, yeah, of course they are. And even with like Blake Christian, Era Fox being back, put in Kevin Knight, there's a lot of young, new people, and Tony's trusting all of them, and it's good. Things are good right now. I'm having a great time with AEW. Everything's not gonna be perfect. They're still not great. Aw, cute, Bobby. Congrats. We love love. Um, but yeah, like the women showed up. Even if I think having Megan in the title picture is rushed, it's doing okay because of Tony. But I'm still having a good time. I'm still proud of this women's division. I'm still hyped for them, and I know there's more, but this is an amazing start. This is so good. This match, Billy killed it. Jamie killed it. She's looked great. That haterade off the insane. Then we get Penelope looked great, and she killed it with that spot, knocking Tony out. It was great. Um, After the match, Athena versus Jamie Staredown. Yeah, give me that. Hook that to my veins. That better be an opening tournament match. Please, we're teasing it. Like I said, we're getting the brackets for the men's and women's Wednesday. Um, Dynamite is that mixed tag on Dynamite. Oof. We're having a good time. The blinding weak spot is still Death Riders, okay? It's still Death Riders. But if that's the blind, fine. I'm going to take it. Because everything else is good. I'm having a great time. Like, I had a great time watching Collision last week. Last night. um, it's so good. It's great. Soon. I'm sure that's soon. Alex Windsor, Willow, we'll see it soon. Yeah. Collision's great. Dynamite's been great. we not every show's gonna be great. The last time we were here, we were like, it's fine. It was cool. Slam dunk Saturday, Sunday, a little funky last week. I'd much preferred Sunday. My girl Mika said she likes Saturday better, but who was main eventing Saturday? Shout out to Hobbs. Um, so you know, I don't have much else to say about the show. I'm just really happy. I think Dynamite is gonna be Dynamite Dynasty is what I was trying to say. An amazing pay per view. Yes, Kevin Knight is a great signing. That promo he did online, go check it out if you haven't. It was really good. He's a star. Yeah, Dynasty's gonna kill it next week. It's gonna be great. All In's gonna be great. I'm gonna see you all there in Texas. So we're going. We're going to Texas. No mania for me, but all in for me, okay? I will see you there. I don't have much else to say. Like I don't got much else. So I'm gonna see you next week. Hopefully my girl will be back. We'll do lots of dynasty predictions, so get them ready. Oh, she's coming. She's coming. If there is a wild card in that Owen Hart, it's Mina. Just saying. But yes, we'll see you next week. Please do not forget, follow me at Alia Pod. Check out Body Slam for all the articles, for all of the results, everything you need. The website, our YouTube. We have different after shows, different shows going on all the time. Support, we appreciate it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Um, but yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.